Hello students, today we shall be taking up report writing for class 12 CBSE board. Now before we do that, I would like to clarify the difference between report writing and article writing. I do not know why, but many children do get confused between the two. In an article, we are supposed to express our opinion, our viewpoint. However, in a report, we do not do that. In a report, we present a factual description, all right, of an event. The language of a report is supposed to be accurate, concise, and clear. So that's the main difference. Writing, students, is a way of growing. You don't have to be a genius to write clear, effective English, as very rightly said by Thomas S. Kane. So while writing on any topic, we must spend considerable time in planning, and emphasis should be made on the choice of your words. So thoughtlessly written articles or reports for that matter, or anything for that matter, can be a disaster. All right, so now we talk of the marking scheme. In marking scheme, we have 1 mark for the format, 2 marks for the content, and 2 marks for the expression. When we say expression, we should not make any grammatical errors or spelling errors. Construction of the sentences should be correct. Since we are talking of a report here, we should be very clear about the tenses here. We are writing in passive voice, we are using indirect speech, and if there is any need, we are quoting people, all right? We are not expressing our own opinions or viewpoint or feelings for that matter. Now, if we talk of the syllabus, we have two kinds of reports. One is for the newspapers and the other is for your magazines. If in any question you get the word newsletter, it is basically referring to magazine only. All right. So now this is the format, and these are a few points which I thought I should mention that you should remember and should not forget to mention in your report writing. So you start with your heading, catchy heading if possible, with a byline. Byline, I told you. What is a byline? Byline is basically the name of the person who is writing the report. Now in this case, if the name is given in the question, kindly mention that name. Just in case there is no name given in the question, please do not write, I repeat, do not write your own name. Instead, you will write ABC or XYZ. Then comes the place, all right, and date, what happened, who was involved, who all were present at the time of the accident, if it is an accidental report, where did the accident take place, when did it happen, and how did it happen. So basically, this is how we tell our children, tell our students to remember the 5 W's and 1 H. 5 W's and 1 H. All right. When you go and learn report writing and journalism also, you are taught that you have to talk of 5 W's and 1 H. So remember that. Again, if it is an accidental report, how many people were there, how many vehicles were there, what kind of vehicles were involved, was there any loss of life or property? Then you talk of the details, other details of dead or injured or hospitalized people. And towards the end, in your conclusion, generally in such reports, that is the safest thing to do, that you talk of any panel of inquiry. If any panel of inquiry was set up, was any financial aid or compensation given by the government, state government, to the family? And this is how you finally conclude. Please remember, do not conclude it by giving any kind of comment from your side. You can quote people, but yes, do not mention anything from your own side. So this is one sample report for you which has been taken from the newspaper Hindu. You can read this and you must see a few things here. You must observe a few things that, it is written in passive voice. A lot of quotes have been given here. All right, Deputy Commissioner of Police Crime so and so said. So you are quoting such people You are quoting during the interrogation what happened, you are mentioning that also, and finally in the end also, you are basically quoting people and you are finally saying what exactly happened. So a report is basically just reporting what happened. So you cannot do anything about it, you cannot add things on your own, you cannot make up things on your own. So this is one sample. Now, this is another sample. A fire broke out in a slum area in Simapuri near Delhi. Write a report for the Times of India as Rohini, a staff reporter, in 120 to 150 words. So 120 to 150 words is actually a very, very short piece. It is not difficult to write, provided you understood the question, you were able to streamline your thoughts or ideas, and you were able to, present them properly in the paper. So we start off with the heading. We mention the byline. We talk of the place, Delhi. We mention the date, and we straight away start that what exactly happened. So what happened? We are saying first W. Then who all were there? 30 people lost their lives. 500 houses were burned. So one, who is there? What is there? Then when did it happen also we have mentioned in the first line itself, around 6 p.m. Where did it happen? We have mentioned Simapuri. And how did it happen? Also we have mentioned that all the houses used plastic sheets to cover their roofs, and this is in a way covering your why also. So all 5 W's and 1 H has been covered. So when you are writing a report, please check your report whether all these 5 W's and 1 H you are able to justify, have all those 5 W's and H been covered or not. All right, so you can see this is one report where all these requirements have been met. And finally, in the conclusion, you have said about the financial aid that has been given by the Chief Minister to the injured and a compensation of 1 lakh for the dead. Also, a state level inquiry has been ordered into this mishap. So these are a few sentences which you can just learn by heart, and it will be helpful for you to use in the exam. Now let us talk of the reports. If you have to write a report for a magazine or a newsletter, how do you go about it? So more or less the pattern, the format is the same. You give the heading, you give the byline, you mention the place, you mention the date. And here in this case, you will obviously talk of the event, the function. Was it an inaugural ceremony? Was it an annual day? Was that a sports day? Or was it some mega event which your school was hosting or your institution was hosting? So it can be anything. So depending upon that, you will just twist and turn the points. All right. So you can mention about the event, you can talk of the occasion, you can talk of the reason. If it is a grand ceremony or grand function, and obviously some guests or chief guests are invited, you do mention about them. If there were any prominent personalities. Now in some cases, if you have you can just check all these 11, 12 points. In some cases it is possible, children, that you may have to invent some details. Everything is obviously not given in the question. The board will not give everything. The value points may or may not be given. Generally they are not given, just straight away you get a question. So in those cases you may have to invent your details. So you can take help of all these mentioned points and seek help for your question. All right, now you may observe this particular sample report for annual sports day. As I mentioned earlier, the word limit has to be taken care of, and please observe the sentences. All sentences, most of the sentences are in passive voice. There has been no, there has been no expression of any kind of opinion or viewpoint by the reporter herself. And as it is, whatever happened on the annual sports day has been reported. Now, how can we go ahead without talking of coder? So what is coder? So this is the coder, children. When you are collecting your ideas, is called C. O stands for organizing your ideas. D stands for draft. E is for editing, and R is for revising. We have talked about this in detail in article writing as also. So I don't need to, elaborate this thing again. You all are quite aware of this coder process. So keep this in mind and strictly follow it in order to excel in any kind of writing. So let us just recapitulate. Format has to be taken care of. Marking scheme is 1 plus 2 plus 2. Coder is extremely essential. And last but not the least, practice, practice, practice. Before I leave you with this thought, I would like to say a few more things here. Now, children, we know very well that in order to speak correctly, we all have to listen correctly. You know, when we talk of the four skills of English language, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So, if you want to speak correctly, you have to listen correctly. Listen to, the correct pronunciation, diction. Similarly, if you want to write beautifully, you have to be a voracious reader. This is one of the most vital tools to help you excel in writing skills. So please read newspapers, magazines, and reading these things on a regular basis will definitely enhance your comprehending ability and speed. So if you're a good reader, it will help you in solving your reading comprehension passages also. This year we have 20 marks reading comprehension, and all 20 questions will be in the form of MCQs. So high order thinking skills questions also will be there. So kindly start reading, and that is going to really help you enrich your vocabulary. And one last tip before I leave: train yourselves and think outside the box. Do not write everything in the most obvious manner. So, what are you waiting for? All right, pick up your pens, open your books, sample papers, and start practicing. All the best. Thank you.